Satnam, my name is Harrison Gray. I am a yoga teacher based out of New England, and this is going to be a fairly gentle yoga flow for days when you just feel off, for whatever reason, to bring you back to your center and to bring you back to your breath. Before we get started, if you enjoy this video and if you enjoy yoga content in general, please consider subscribing to my channel and giving this video a big thumbs up. It genuinely helps me connect with people all around the world that are looking for the same type of practices. So let's get started. I have 2 blocks. I am sitting on a blanket. This is just a preference because I want a little extra padding for my knees. We're going to be doing some all fours. And blocks are always helpful. If you don't have blocks, you can be creative with books. Make sure you have water. I always have my coffee, my iced coffee. Make sure you're in a space that you can really disconnect for a little while. Sitting up nice and tall, and we'll start with a little centering. Get out of the noise and into our bodies. So just distributing your weight evenly between both sit bones, sitting up nice and tall. In any comfortable position will do. And you can begin to soften your gaze ahead of you or just simply close the eyes. And we'll begin to deepen the breath. Elongating our inhales and our exhales. Feeling a cool sensation on the back of the throat as you inhale. And feeling a warm surrender to the earth as you exhale. Maybe you place one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart, or wherever else feels comforting to you. And just feel your body filling up with this life force energy. And I want you to bring into your awareness one area of the body right now that you know holds a lot of tension. Whether that be the face, the shoulders, the hips, the hands, the feet, or somewhere else entirely. Utilizing these long, slow breaths to soften the grip. Soften the hold, soften the control. Feel as you soften your body held and supported by the earth below you, as if the earth was saying, I have you. It's okay to let go. And then whatever you're experiencing right now, if you're feeling a beautiful calming effect, or maybe this is agitating for you, irritating in a way, or maybe somewhere in between. And whatever you may be experiencing, just simply allow it to be without needing to change it or modify it in any way. Just to be here with yourself, with your whole self. As we take a deep inhale through the nose, and a deep exhale, letting it all go, preparing ourselves for our practice. Starting to layer on some movement, so take your hands onto the knees, inhale your shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, rolling them back. Letting the breath guide your movement here. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, roll them back. Last time, nice and deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Taking your head over onto the left side to begin. Pressing both shoulders away from the ears. Maybe you take your left hand on top of the head and energetically guide your head down. Just for a deeper stretch, right? And pulling into the practice, or remembering the practice that we did just a few moments ago, of noticing where you're holding the tension Sending a little breath to that space. And then feel it soften, taking your chin, slowly rolling it across the chest to the opposite shoulder. Take your hand to the head, only if that feels good and comforting, right? You don't want to yank it. Just gently, energetically guide it down. Breathing into the space that you feel it the most. Taking your chin, slowly rolling it across the chest. Pausing at the center, keep your spine straight. Looking down at the ground, holding you, supporting you. Inhale deep, slowly lifting your head all the way up to the sky. Open up your mouth and taking a few jaw circles here. Maybe you let out a nice it always feels kind of good for me. And slowly bring your head back to find center, taking a deep inhale, layering on a little bit more movement now. Reach your arms to the sky, exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale deep through the nose. Exhale dramatically through the mouth. Really let it go. Last time, inhale deep through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale deep, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, cactus the arms, draw your elbows back, present your chest and heart forward. Feel this nice long line of energy from elbow to elbow coursing through the front of the body. Inviting a little bit of compassion and grace into your practice by tapping into the Anahata chakra, the heart chakra. Inhale deep, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, take your hands out in front of you, grab onto your knees, send your heart to the back of the room. Feel that nice, big, beautiful back stretch. Breathing in into the space that you feel it the most. Inhale deep, rolling all the way up. Exhale, release. Inhale deep, reach your arms to the sky. One little twist. Exhale over to the left side. Right hand comes to the outside of the left knee. And that left hand is going to kickstand behind you, right? So if you looked at me from the side, it's going to be really close to my seat. And it's going to be used as almost a kickstand behind me, right? So on my inhale, I can really feel that lift. And on the exhale, I have created the space and the conditions to really get deep into that twist, safely and effectively. Inhale deep, unwind, unbind, and moving on to the opposite side. Left hand comes to the outside of the right knee. Right hand kickstands behind you. Look up and over that right shoulder. Keep the breath nice and deep. Exhale, slowly unwind, unbind, taking your hands out in front of you, rolling onto your knees. If your knees are a little bit sensitive, uncross your legs, come to all fours. Again, you can take a blanket or something soft, preferably not a pillow, it's a little bit too high. For a little extra padding on your knees, you can also roll your mat up. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. We'll take a couple cat-cows, just warming up the spine here. Inhale deep, dropping the belly, lifting the chest, slight lift of the chin. Once you reach the tippity top of that inhale, you exhale, you send the heart to the sky, pressing the hands into the earth, knees, tops of feet into the earth. Inhale deep, open up the heart. Exhale, fully let it go. Inhale deep, open up the heart. Exhale, fully let it go. Stay here. Let the breath be easy. Tuck the toes and then lift your knees off the ground just a couple inches for 3, 2, 1. Slowly drop the knees. Inhale deep, dropping the belly. Pause here, let the breath be easy, pressing into the earth with hands, toes, and lift your knees off the ground for 3, 2, 1. Slowly release, untuck the toes, send the hips all the way back to the heels, coming into your first child's pose, reaching out in front of you. Pause here for 2 deep breaths, inhaling through the nose. Exhaling, letting go. The ultimate surrender here. Inhale deep. Exhale, fully walking your hands over to the left side of the mat. The right hand stacks over the left, and the right hip is pressing towards that right heel. And we'll let the Breath, just gently open up the side body here. As we walk our hands over to the opposite side, stacking left hand over the right. Again, that left hip is anchored into that left heel. Breathe here for just a couple deep breaths. Slowly walking your hands back to find center, rolling through the spine on your next inhale, coming up to all fours. Tucking the toes and sending the hips all the way to the back of the room. Your first downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, pressing the mounds of the hands into the earth as you separate your shoulder blades. Microbend in the knees and soften the heels towards the earth. Breathe here for 3 deep breaths. Last round of breath here as we slowly begin to walk our hands back towards the knees, and you can remove the blanket if it's still there. Just set it aside for a moment. Coming into your forward fold, Uttanasana. Letting go here. Again, microbend in the knees, decompress the spine, the neck. Maybe you grab opposite elbows and you just hang and dangle and let yourself feel really free here in the space that you're in. You're going to take your hands on your knees. You're going to take 5 counts to roll through the spine. So hands to knees, driving the heels into the earth, and begin to roll for 5, 4, 3, you're about halfway there, 2, 1. Your head will stack and your arms will follow. Deep inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale deep, reaching, Urdhva Hatasana. Exhale, release, Uttanasana. Pause here for just a moment. Take the left hand to the earth. And again, you can really bend your knees here. Reach the right hand all the way to the sky. Open up the heart here. Weight is evenly distributed between both feet. Take a deep inhale as we reach. Exhale, replace that left hand with the right as we twist towards the opposite side. Excuse my back. We'll breathe here for just a couple breaths. Exhale, release that left hand down to meet the right. Walking your hands forward now to the front of the mat, coming into a high plank. Okay, squeezing the seat, the core. Option to drop your knees for a little extra support, right? Or keep your knees lifted. We'll stay here for 3 deep breaths. Nice long line from the crown of the head all the way down to the heels. Ooh, let your body shake. Support your muscles. Support the gentle challenge with your breath. As we slowly drop the knees down, squeeze the eyes of the elbows in as you just reverse push up all the way down to the earth, tenting your hands to the outside of the mat, taking a few cobra rolls, pressing into the earth with both hands. Inhale deep, rolling through the spine, open up your heart. Exhale, rolling down. Inhale deep, rolling up. Exhale deep, rolling down. Inhale deep, rolling up. Exhale, drop the left shoulder to the earth. Inhale deep, rolling up. Exhale, drop the right shoulder to the earth. Inhale deep all the way up. Exhale, rolling through the spine all the way down. Take your hands to underneath the shoulders. Push yourself up and back for a child's pose. Take 2 deep breaths here. Feel the space that you've created within your practice today. As you begin to walk your hands all the way up. One more time. Grabbing your blocks now. Just make them readily accessible for you. Placing them in front of you. And we're going to come to all fours one more time. Tucking the toes and sending the hips all the way back. Walking out your dog here just a couple times. Just sending a little bit of energy into the back of the legs. We're going to step that right foot forward. And as we do so, frame that right foot with both hands. The knee is stacked right over the heel. Dropping the left knee down, untucking the toes. You can grab your blocks now. And you're going to press your hips all the way back as you peel that right foot off the floor. Folding, draping, and bowing over that right leg. tendency is to lift that right hip up, excuse me, draw that right hip down to meet the left, right? You may need to bend that knee a little bit, you may need to come a little bit more forward, but that's okay, right? This is a practice, not a performance. Stay here for 2 deep breaths. Slowly pushing yourself forward, tucking the toes of the left foot, and then lift the left knee off the ground, coming into a low lunge. You may need to walk that left foot forward. Again, we're practicing pushing that right hip back to meet the left. Stay nice and square, right? Left heel is off the ground. And once you find that balance, right, your feet are on like train tracks. They're not directly in front and back of each other. They're like on train tracks. I just said that. Finding our balance, pressing into the earth with both feet, and then reaching our arms all the way up to the sky, coming into our high lunge, right? And that evening out of the hips is really gonna help us with that balance. Pull that navel in and slight tuck of the hips, right? That back leg can be slightly bent, right? Stay nice and grounded for 3, 2, 1. Sweep your arms all the way down, removing the blocks. Framing that right foot, step that right foot to meet the left, coming into high lunge, chaturanga, squeeze the eyes of the elbows in, shifting your weight forward, untucking the toes, Urdhva Adho Mukha Svanasana, exhale, release, downward facing dog, walk it out, feel the space. Whew. I love a good chaturanga. All right, moving on to the opposite side, so the left side, we're gonna step that left foot forward. Right, frame that left foot with both hands. The knee is stacked over the ankle, dropping the right knee, untucking the toes. Sending the hips all the way back, peeling that left foot off the ground, folding, draping, bowing, letting go over that left leg. Make that feel really, really good, everybody. Ooh. Right, you may need to draw that left hip back, and you're really gonna feel that once you do that. Maybe you micro bend the left knee. Keep that left foot flexed. Keep the breath, of course, smooth and easy. Slowly inhale, push yourself forward. Tuck the right toes, straightening the right leg. Maybe walk that right leg forward a little bit. Nice and stable, nice and grounded, nice and balanced. Draw that left hip back, right? Feeling yourself stable. Reach your arms all the way up to the sky. Right? Slight tuck of the hips. See, when I tuck the hips, my knee bends a little bit, totally fine. Right? Reach all the way up, pull that navel in. For 3, keep the breath nice and deep. For 2, for 1, exhale, release, arms sweep down. Just remove the blocks for a little bit, hands to the earth, step that left foot back. Chaturanga, squeeze the eyes of the elbows in, shifting your weight forward. Untucking the toes, Urdhva Adho Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Dropping the knees, untucking the toes, and sending your hips all the way back for our last child's pose. Feel all the space that you've created within your body, in your practice. Enjoy the unfolding of awareness. Walking your hands towards the knees. Option to stay seated on your heels or come back to a nice comfortable seat. Sitting on my heels, that's fine, but I prefer this. Coming into Vishnu Mudra with your right hand, activating, enhancing, cultivating a little bit more prana. Pointer finger and middle finger into the mounds of the hands. Take your right thumb, block off the right nostril here. If your nostrils are a little bit blocked, a little tip for Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breath, this is what we're gonna be doing, is whatever nostril you're blocking, release it a little bit, right? And visualize yourself breathing in whatever nostril you're focusing on in that moment. So blocking off the right to begin. We'll start with a deep inhale through the left. Block off the left with the ring finger, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Block off the right, exhale through the left. Inhale deep through the left. Block off the left, exhale through the right. Inhale deep through the right. Block off the right, exhale through the left. Stay with it at your own pace. Balancing this vital energy of the body. Purifying the Ida, the left nostril, lunar, calming, feminine energy of the body. And the Pingala Nadi, the right nostril, the solar energy of the body, activating masculine. Bringing these two bodies into harmony, into balance. And whenever you're ready, slowly release that right hand down. Take a moment to find stillness. And then taking a mental note of where you are now versus where you were at the beginning of our practice. And see if the needle has moved at all in any direction. And whatever it may be, simply allow it. Without the need to control or change it, just let it. Gathering back with a deep inhale through the nose. And a deep exhale through the mouth. We'll take our hands to our heart centers to close off our practice today. And we'll close with the sound of to anchor ourselves in this beautiful space of presence and calm that we've cultivated today. Inhale deep. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. Thank you for practicing. Have a beautiful rest of the day.